Hey, good morning. Good morning. Welcome to the Burning River Browns Talk Show. This is a part of the Fanatical Elves Network, which is a subsidiary of the Fans First Sports Network. We do appreciate you joining me every day. Appreciate the comments, the likes. Please like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell on this. Got some things to talk about. Nick Chubb. I mean, that happened yesterday. No details are yet, but I'm going to talk about a little bit more about the implication of what's going on with this and what that means. I'm going to give a little bit of insight. And yeah, this past week I've been on two different shows. I've been on a Fanatical Love show last night, and on Tuesday I was on a the Squad Pod, and some things were said, some things came up. I want to make a statement about that and how I feel about that. But before we do that, we need to pause for our sponsors. Let's pause right now. Okay, we're back. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you for joining me again. Appreciate it. I am Lou Marconi at L Marconi 251 on Instagram, at L Marconi 1973 on X. Follow me there. You can see my content. You can see I share it all on the socials as well. Thank you for joining me. Okay, let's get right into this part of it. Ties in with the Nick Chubb deal because I went on the show yesterday, and Tuesday the Nick Chubb deal wasn't reworked yet, but we weren't really too worried about it. I didn't see anybody showing any angst about Nick Chubb. But what I did hear last night um, was, hey, most people were saying, hey, this is a positive thing. This is good. It's a win-win situation because there was three options. Nick Chubb could be keep him on, keep the contract as it is, get that $15 million cap hit for a guy that might not play the full year, that had a serious knee injury. You could release him and he wouldn't be able to get that kind of money anywhere. Or you could rework the deal and he could earn back that money. Give him the opportunity to earn it back, plus earn an extension with the Browns. So the third option was what they did. And the Browns showed good faith. Nick Chubb bet on himself, his representatives bet on him, and the Cleveland Browns bet on him as well. Keep in mind, Nick Chubb is in that building all the time rehabbing. The Browns medical staff and doctors know exactly where he's at in his rehab. They know a lot more than we do. And details of this contract reworking has not been released yet. But my understanding was the actual cap hit went from 15 million to 6 million. So it saved like a $9 million on the cap, which is great. We're happy for that. And he's going to stay. He's not getting cut. The 2024 Cleveland Browns will have Nick Chubb on their roster. People are being negative about it. One person specifically, I'm not going to say his name, on the Fanatical Love show, and there was a guy on the Squad Pod that was being negative about the Browns. Let me make this statement and why I feel the way I do and why I am so adamant and emotional about it. I was 7 years old in front of a television set when Red Right 88 happened. That was the 1980 January 81 playoff game against the then Oakland Raiders, when the Browns should have won that game, but they didn't. Okay. That was the sipe through the interception. I was in middle school when the drive happened. I was a freshman in high school when the fumble happened. I was in college when Art Modell moved the team and that turned into the Baltimore Ravens. And we fought to keep this team and we won. So I was out of college by the time the Browns came back. In 1999, we were given an expansion team that had 11 months to be put together, and it was never done right. For 20 years, from 99 to 2019, we had dysfunction and losing. The Cleveland Browns did. Two winning seasons. If I'm not mistaken, we were 9-7 in 2002, and we lost the playoff wild card game that we should have won, which happens to the Steelers in Pittsburgh. It was over 20 years ago. I'm not going to harp on it. And in 2007, we went 10-6 and missed the playoffs. That was it. Had hardly any winning football in Cleveland. We were a joke. We were a complete embarrassment. Go to 2020. We make the playoffs with an 11-5 record, and we beat the Steelers. You want to call it people were brushing it off, COVID year, blah blah blah. We beat the Steelers in the playoffs, and we should have beaten the Chiefs, but we didn't. We bad refereeing. I mean, you could talk about that one call in 2020 with Baker Mayfield at quarterback and a roster that's nowhere near as good as the one we have now. Now go to last year in 2023. 26% of our salary cap is on IR. We're down to our fourth and our fifth offensive tackles. We had Joe Flacco at quarterback. We went 11-6. Resting guys, made the playoffs comfortably by resting guys at the last week of the season. That's how good this roster is. I did not go through all that garbage, all that crap. You could just go back to 94, since 94, for the last 30 years, okay? I did not go through all that to have people hang their heads and kick rocks thinking we're not going to get anywhere because we're Cleveland and we're the Browns. I'm not going to have that happen. I'm not going to listen to it. There's people reacting negatively to the Nick Chubb contract rework without the details of it yet. Well, what if he wants more money next year? Well, if he earns more money next year, he'll get it. Have faith that we have a competent front office. Look at what they've done. I even made the point last night that we have to cut any players because of Deshaun Watson's contract for salary cap reasons. Do we have to get rid of anybody because of it? No. Zero. 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 Done. We didn't have to do that. What we have here in front of us, look at what's in front of us. I'm not saying we're gonna be the next Kansas City Chiefs. I'm not. But we have an opportunity for like the next 2 to 3 years to be a Super Bowl contending team. Yes, we need to stay healthy. Yes, we might need some breaks, some luck. Absolutely. That's any team. Any team can do that. And luck, I said this last night. Luck is preparation meeting opportunity. Any team would need that to win a championship. We have an owner that's spending the money to do this. We have an owner that's willing to build a new stadium and keep the team in Northeast Ohio while helping the city refurbish the lakefront, rework the lakefront to be more economically viable for the city, as opposed to having an 80,000 seat football only stadium sit empty 350 days of the year. There's so much that we have here in front of us that we're just too negative and just too down. We listen too much to the national media to even get an understanding. Sometimes it's like you don't know what you got until it's gone. It reminded me in 1988 when everybody wanted Marty out of town. 2 years later, that 1990 Browns team went 3-13 and they were begging for Marty to come back. Understand what we have. We have a very good football team. We have a very good roster. Are there other factors involved? Does Deshaun Watson have to play better? Yes. Does he have to be healthy? Yes. Same thing with Nick Chubb. A lot of factors come in. Being healthy, being injury free, of course. But what we have here is a very good football team. Don't let anybody tell you any different. And always remember, I'll be back Monday at 8:30 in the morning. I'll be on tonight with Sherry at 9 p.m. Eastern time. I'll be back Monday morning at 8:30 with Browns News, updating you daily, giving you articles, giving you content, telling you the truth. I am telling you the truth. I'm not being pom-pom waving, Homer. No, it's the truth. If we suck, I'll tell you we suck. If we're good, I'll tell you we're good. That's why I did what I did. That's why I reacted the way I reacted, because I didn't go through all this stuff to just hang my head and kick rocks. I'm going to stick my chest out, stick my chin up, and tell each and every one of you that said we were losers, that we were nothing, that we're Cleveland and we're a joke. I'm going to tell each and every one of you, guess what? We're going to be world champions. We have a chance to prove everybody wrong about this city, about its fans, and about the team. And when the river burns, it always burns brown and orange. Have a great weekend, everybody.